Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
Hi friends, it's me Trisha. Thanks for joining me on Creative Unique Treasures, my channel. And on this tutorial, I took a men's dress shirt and I changed it and turned it into something a little bit more fun and more feminine, and used some materials from a bed skirt and from a dress, and this is actually from a bed skirt. I added some doilies to make some flowers, and I added this is jean material for the leaves, and the back is really fun. I put two big doilies for flowers and some material. There's some more jean material. And I made this is from a bed skirt, and this is from a dress, this ruffle, and this is from a bed skirt. So if you'd like to stick around and join me on this tutorial, this is what we'll be making today. And I really appreciate it if you would subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, and it really helps me out. And I hope you enjoy the tutorial. Hi friends, it's me Trisha. Thanks for joining me on my channel, Creative Unique Treasures. And if you're wanting to do some upcycling, you're on the right channel. What I'm gonna do today is I'm going to take this men's dress shirt, a men's dress shirt, size 2X, short sleeved. And I'm gonna cut it at approximately right there. I got it marked. I put it on, and I wanna add some ruffles to it. Make it a lot cuter. My original plan was to make it into a vest with ruffles, but I'll wait and see what it looks like once I cut it, and then try it on. So I do have it marked right here above the button. And I'm going to go from the bottom up, and that comes to 14 inches. And I'm just going to cut. It's kind of easy because there's a line already, so I'm just going to follow this line and cut both sides of the front first. Just going to cut along that line. That's right above the buttonhole right there, so get the pin out of the way.
Am I ever gonna get there? Am I ever gonna get there? Am I ever gonna get there? I guess we'll see.
I'm going to have to measure because you see how it doesn't match up around the seam. Right there I'm cutting, and this is the back side. So I'll have to measure up, or what I can do is just lay this like this. Go to the back side. That's what I'll do.
'Cause I'm trying to find my place. And I heard a man once say,
bring this from the front around to the back. That's how I'll do it.
Don't you ever stop. No, don't you ever stop. Am I ever gonna get there? I don't know if I will get there. you see the sun there? I guess we'll see. Cause I'm doing all I can, finding my goals and shaking hands, searching ways to try and make amends. And I ain't ever gonna stop. No, I ain't ever gonna stop. And I'm leaning on your grace. Yeah, I'm stepping out in faith. Found the strength to keep running every day. And I ain't ever gonna stop. No, I ain't ever gonna stop. Cause I'm trying to find my pace. And I heard a man once say, son, you gotta run your own race. And don't you ever stop. No, don't you ever stop.
And then I'm going to take it to my machine and put a 1/4 inch hem with white thread. I got white thread in my machine right now. So that's what I'll do. I'll go all the way around and I'll come back. Okay, I have this shirt and I put my hem in. There's my hem. I used white thread, 1/4 inch seam, 1/4 inch hem on there. All the way around. And I am going to make it sleeveless. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the sleeves off. And I'm going to go on, this is the inside of the shirt, these are the sleeves, and here's the seam. I'm going to go on this side of on the sleeve. I'm not going to cut here. I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to go about 1 inch over so I can fold that over and then give it a top stitch or a hem around there. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to come up about like to there. Make sure I've got enough to give it a nice hem. Okay, so now I have enough room around the sleeve that I can take and press this down and then put it and sew that down. I could double this up and then that way I won't have no frayed edges, and that's probably what I'll do. Put a hem on it like that and go stitch around the whole arm. I'll do that. I'll cut the same, do the same thing to this sleeve. Cut this one off and go ahead and do a stitch around on there and come back and show you. Hi there. Okay, now we got the we're working on the shirt, and I'm going to show you what I did so far. I cut it, cropped it up a little bit, and I put a hem all the way around. And then I did the sleeves. I cut the sleeves off and I put a hem all the way around on both sleeves. One day I would like to try one sleeve longer than the, maybe a long sleeve and a short sleeve, just to see what it would look like. It probably won't look that great, but it's just an idea. So there's the shirt, and I measured around. I want to do the ruffle now. I want to do a double ruffle, and I have this material from a dress that I never liked or wore, so it's kind of like a tie-dye look, and it's just a real, lightweight, movable fabric. And I want this to be the top one. And then here's the second ruffle, and it's a bed skirt right here, and it has the eyelet. I think that's what they call that kind of lace at the bottom. So what I'm thinking about doing, I measured around the circumference of my shirt, and that was 62 inches all the way around, so I'm going to double that. So that's 124. 62 and 62 is 124, and then I'm going to add one, make it 125, add 1 inch. So there we go on that, the measurement. So I cut this out, my skirt ruffle, or my dress ruffle, and I'm going to go ahead and connect these two together. Right here. So that's how the ruffle will be. And then I might do another ruffle, like a smaller ruffle right here to cover up that seam if I don't like the way that looks. But I'm going to go to my machine and connect these two together, so it'll be easier to sew both of them on together onto my shirt, if that makes sense. I hope it does. And I'll come back. I'm going to go ahead and start here, and then once this is all sewed together, and come back and pin this together, and I may pleat it, or I may pleat it just a little bit, just depending on how. I may pleat this top ruffle a little bit just to see how it, so it'll drape good. But that's my plan. So that's how the shirt will be looking. And we'll see how that looks when I get it done. I'll come back and show you. Thanks for joining me. Okay, I got my shirt, and I got these two ruffles. Hang on, let me turn my fan off. It's making too much noise. There, that's better. Okay, so I got my two ruffles sewn together, and that's how it turned out. This is the extra. Let's see if I can lay it down. Show you there. So this one is on top of this one. This is the dress. This is the bed skirt. And I have it pinned on to the bottom of the shirt, how I want to do it. I'm going to take it to my machine, and I'm going to stitch it along right here. And I might pinch pleat it in a matter of fact of, as I'm going, pinch pleat to make it so it's not so flat. So do a little bit of a pinch pleating. I'm going to do that. And that's the bottom of the shirt. And right now I'm at the stage of, I guess they say the ugly stage, but it's not really ugly, it's just not appealing to me. So I want to try to change things up, but I better stay with my plan. I figured out I better stay with the plan. And I do have some doilies that I want to make flowers on it. I want to put a big doily flower here, and with some, maybe a stem and some leaves, but maybe just a doily flower, and then a couple doily flowers on the back. And so that'll be the next step after I get this sewn on. So I'm going to go ahead and sew this on, and it's turning out a little bit cute. I mean, for some reason this part looks still manly, and not so feminine that I want it to be, but you know, I'll see what I can do. I'm just sharing my thoughts with you. So let me go ahead and go do that. I'm going to do a straight stitch and do a pinch pleating and get that on there, and then we'll see where we're at. Okay, I got my ruffle all on, and now I have this rough edge. It's kind of pretty much jagged. I'm going to go ahead and cut that with my pinking shears, and then I'm going to turn this over and put a nice little hem in there like that, so it has a nice edge instead of it being like this. So I'm going to fold it over, use a straight stitch with white thread, and I'm going to do that on both sides. Here's the one edge, and here's the other edge right here. That's how much extra I got. So I'll go ahead and cut that and then bring it down and put a nice hem in it. Let's see. Like that. Just like that. Okay, I got some doily flowers put down, and I have a piece of blue stem for my stem, and I kind of just did like a V and then crossed it over. So I have it all pinned on, and I want to do some leaves. And I was thinking about doing jean leaves, or I have this jean material that's green, so I was thinking about just doing, you know, just, let's see. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's see what I'm doing. You guys know me. Let's see. Let's see if that will turn out to look like a leaf. Kind of did it upside down. Let's see. Just kind of cut it out and see what it turns out to be looking like. I can turn it over so the black marker doesn't show. Okay. Does that look like a leaf? I don't know. Kind of like put it down there, and it's not too bad. I guess I do better with the shapes like this. So let's go like, I don't know if this will turn out right, but we'll see. You guys are probably going crazy looking at watching me do this. You're probably going, no, don't cut there. Do it this way. But we'll see what happens, what it looks like. I can only draw out what's in my head. Is that going to look like a leaf? I don't know. Let's see. They don't have to be perfect. That kind of looks like a, I don't know. What does that look like? Maybe if I put it this way, like that. Maybe go to a point. Maybe get rid of this. Maybe just take all of it away. There we go. This one really looks like a Christmas tree. Okay, let's see if I can salvage it. Where am I going to cut it? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Kind of go like this, I guess. So, and I was thinking about a blue jean leaf, but we'll see how that looks. Let's go. Kind of want to do a bigger leaf. I don't know if a blue jean leaf will look okay. I don't think I like it. Maybe if they were all blue jean leaves. Dun 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 dun. Let's make a bigger green one. Let's make a bigger one, like a bigger one. Try not to waste any of my material, but I am. But I can always use it for another leaf. Okay. I'm using my pinking shears because it helps stop the fraying. Maybe a smaller one. Let's see. Kind of make one curve around, maybe. Let's see if I can do it. Like, kind of like that. But it's going to go behind the stem. At least I think that will. Maybe some will be behind the stem and some won't. Or maybe they all should be behind the stem. That looks good. I guess the blue is out. Maybe a blue circle right there. I don't want to cover my doily up. So let's see. Or I could do a jean stem instead of the blue. Kind of like the blue because it's lightweight. I think I'm going to go with that. I think I will go with that. That looks pretty good. Maybe make a point on my leaf here. Maybe I just screwed it up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think you're supposed to have odd numbers of things. I am going to go ahead and take my tailor's chalk and outline where I have the stem. hopefully it stays on there. And the flowers, pretty much. So I don't lose my place on here. Kind of mark it around. So I don't bring it back and go, well, oh my gosh, what do I do? Because I will do that. Make it a little darker. Okay. Now I'm going to pin on the flower or the leaves right where I want them. There. And right here. Maybe bring this one up a little bit. There we go. Okay. And right there, I want this one right here. And this one right there. Better pin this one on first. There we go. There. And this one right there. Okay. Draw it out a little bit here. Okay, let's take this off and these off. Actually, these flowers don't have to be removed. Just this has to be. This blue part, okay. All right, I'm gonna go over there and sew these right on there. Come back and show you. All right, I wanted to come on here and share with you. I decided to put a flower on the front, and this is what I did. I took a doily and I put a little piece of jean material and I cut it out with my pinking shears for the center because the center has a hole. So right there, you can see it right there. So I covered that up with a little piece of jean material. I did 3 leaves, 1, 2, 3, and I took that from green jean material, which is right here, and I just cut out different shaped leaves. And then I took, for the inside, I took from a bedspread. They were already leaves on there, so I just put them in the center to break it up a little bit. All 3 of the leaves, I put that on there. I cut it out with my pinking shears. So I'm going to take it over to, this is the front right side of the shirt. And I'm going to take it over there to my machine and with white thread, straight stitch, and then maybe zigzag and maybe do some decorative, a little bit decorative because this is the front stitches. So I'll come back and show you that. But then I was going to put a button right here in the center by hand, so a button on there. And so I just wanted to show you that. I'm working on the back still. Here's one big flower on the back, and now the stem right here, and the leaves are sewn on. So I'll come back and show you the whole thing, and we'll be done. So I just wanted to come on and show you. You have a blessed day, everybody. Okay, I got the flower on the front done, and I really like it. It turned out really cute. I did the doily, and then I did a little piece of jean material, and I did some stitches. Let's see if it'll focus. Did some stitches inside there, added a button, did the leaves. Did some zigzagging. Let's see, on this one of these I did a few different stitches. You can't really tell on this one, but I did do a little different stitch here and there. There's a leaf. And another leaf up there. I cut my thread. So yeah, that turned out really cute on the top of the right side of the shirt in the front. Okay, I got the shirt this far and I still want to add more. So I took this ruffle off of a bed sheet. Not a bed sheet, like a bed skirt. This was on the bottom. It was already pleated for me. And it was a bed skirt that I don't use anymore. So, and I cut it a little bit longer like this, so I could fold it over and hem it. And put a hem in there. So I did that all the way down, and it's quite long, and I still probably will need more because I want to do two. I want to put this on, I'll show you on the shirt. I want to add this to the shirt here. So I will be sewing it to cover up this rough edge. I will be sewing it right here, all along there for the skirt, for the part of the bottom of the shirt. So it'll look like that. And here's the rest of it. And then I want to go all the way around, and then I want to take some more of it, because I have plenty, and I want to add it to the bottom of this ruffle. So then it'll be up here, and it'll be down here too also, on this ruffle, the blue and white tie-dye ruffle. Go ahead like that. And I'm just going to do a straight stitch, maybe a zigzag, just depends when I get to my machine what I feel like I should do. Probably a straight stitch and then maybe a zigzag to connect it like I do. So that's what I'm going to do, and then the shirt will be totally done. There's what it will look like, and I'll come back and show you. And here we put the applique on the front, and then on the back it has the two flowers, the stems, well, the doilies, and the stems and the leaves. Okay, so I'm super excited. The shirt is done. I've wore it to work, and a lot of the customers, I work at a thrift store, and a lot of the customers were like, "Did you make that? Did you make that, Trisha?" And I was like, "Yes, I did." And I was telling them what I all did to it. And so here we took the men's dress shirt and we cut the sleeves off and put a hem on it, and we used the bed skirt and the dress and the tie-dye dress and the bed skirt for this last ruffle, and we did the doilies for the flowers and jean material for the leaves. And on the back, everybody loved the back. I really love the back. It's very cozy and comfortable and cool if you're living in a hot, state. And right now Michigan is like in the 90s, close to the 90s every day. So it's just a real nice lightweight shirt. We had the doilies, and we have more leaves, and we did the stem, and the ruffle all the way around. So yeah, it turned out really great. So I thank you so much for joining me on my channel, and I appreciate each and every one of you subscribing, commenting, liking. It really helps me out. It doesn't cost you anything. I thank you so much for your time, and God's blessings, and I hope to see you on the next video. God bless you.
Baby,